Yeah, I'll have it on the other TV here in a moment. Who do you like? I got the Rangers in a bet tonight, but it's hard to bet against that other team. Say the least. I think Nasty Nate will get the better of him, though. I know. Like I said, it's hard to go against how hot they've been, but Rangers are hot, too. Bruce Bochy's no joke. We're going to be playing a little hockey after this Madden game. I don't know if you watch the hockey shit. Corbin Carroll's a stud, I'll tell you that much. So is Marte and Kevin fucking Ginkle. Who would have thought?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
I did have them beating Milwaukee. They won me money there. Dodgers, I wasn't so sure about, but I don't watch much West Coast baseball during the year. Like NFL, NBA, I keep up with pretty much all of it, but baseball, I'm pretty much just the Phillies. What's going on with them? I don't know the league as a whole as much as I do NFL, NBA. But they're young, man. D-backs are young. They're good. We're still the better team, though, and we choked. Period.
Play action. It's Smith. Open man downfield. It's Palmer. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
Now Gino on first down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense.
I don't know, but Garcia on the Rangers, that dude's a fucking freak. Is he roided out or what? He killed the Astros.
Take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Yeah, I remember that one. I was rooting for him hard against the Yankees. Luis Gonzalez.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
It was Quiddy Pay who made the stop coming off the edge. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Richardson looking to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening.
I hope it goes 7. I don't got T minutes, so. Gotta love a game 7.
Rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy, let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
60 Eagles. 79 Broncos.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. Sly able to put this one through. And the Ravens strike first at 3.
Yeah, I took a money line. I think they were minus 159. Usually don't like to take money line with odds like that. But we lost a little bit of money the other night on the Phillies.
Offense just gets settled in.
I think I got to fire up the show soon here. Get a little redemption for the boys.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. A big play.
About the first time ever I try to swat the ball instead of pick it and the motherfucker catching it.
No doubt about it. You keep that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
That is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a...
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return will stop right around the 25. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all.
I don't even want to talk about it. The worst sporting week of my life. Not really, but probably. Penn State loses to Ohio State again. Obviously, you know the Phillies. Raiders got steamrolled by the fucking Bears. Division II quarterback. And the Sixers lost last night by a point, even though the refs helped the Bucks. And I usually don't take that route, but it was pretty blatant. And hockey, I like the New Jersey Devils, but I don't really follow that shit. I like to play the game. Look at that shit. And Georgetown college basketball, they've sucked for the last couple of years. Nope. I picked my teams when I was like 5 years old, and I've stuck with them ever since. But I don't live in Philly. I live about 2.5 hours away.
And we'll see if they can bounce back for that last drive, in particular when they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception all year.
This fucking defense is like an 88 or 89. I can never do shit against this team.
The defense, that goal's not changing a bit.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st First and 10, it's Robinson. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Richardson working from the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. After one, 7-3 the score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kenny Nwangu, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And on his way to the end zone.
You're all over the place, too. Where do you live, New York? Panthers. Very interesting. Oh, you might be Charlotte area. I can respect Gonzaga.
Joey Sly on the extra point. And it's
Soccer's a big NA. Nobody got time for that.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
This one, he'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 46. Now Geno. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Geno now to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 62 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll fake it. Now Smith. That is incomplete.
I tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Taken in at the 22. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Now Richardson back to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Richardson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The pass caught by Olave. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses.
Tiptoeing in my Jordans.
It's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
19 Tiger.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Undrafted free agent running back, Jamal Preston. I think he's like a 67, 68.
This offensive unit.
Solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. Out route looking for McClure, and he's got him. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st down, Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that end up watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bengals set to take over. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. On the counter, here's Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious.
And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And outbounds right around the 20. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Richardson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 to 12. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
First and 10, it's Richardson. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Back to throw. Here's Richardson sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Quick throw complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Again, it's Richardson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Chris Olave as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Slide for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Out of the gun, Smith. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The final shot here before break. Smith slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Marvin Mims, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Zay Jones, a touchdown reception. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they've pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Richardson, to the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Quick throw to Olave. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Play action. Now Richardson. Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Richardson looking to throw this. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
A 51-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. They picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Smith on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up.
Now Gino on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Gino now to throw. Touchdown! Brenton Strange from 10 yards.
10 yards out.
Well, at least he's for Penn State, so we'll give him that one.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they're down huge in this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Robinson up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Bengals' 36-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Richardson looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much right on the books.
You know, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, here's Nwangu. And the ball is knocked out. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go. Here we
They
go.
work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
What's up, Jaden?
An impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive. Here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the fourth quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Another Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got...
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go now.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Richardson to throw off play action. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Richardson to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of the first. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Baltimore, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.